Hey there, AK fans. FrankDude72 here. Well, I've been using the little Chinese sight tool to sight in my AKs, but a lot of AKs are really resistant to windage adjustment or sometimes even elevation adjustment. Sometimes you have to soak them in penetrating oil. And I've used this before, but I've bent it up pretty good. Then I installed a suppressor on my Norinco 84, and for those of you who don't know, when you put a suppressor, pretty much any muzzle device, but especially a suppressor, point of impact shifts. So naturally, after I put the suppressor on, I take it to the range, stick this little thing in the windage adjustment because it's shooting to the right, and the dang thing doesn't want to move for crud. In fact, I've bent it up even more. I was at the point where this thing's just going to snap in half. So, what's the solution? Well, there's a company in the U.S. instead of China or the East Bloc, anywhere. Thank God, finally a company in the U.S. making something even better. This is made by Magnamatic. They're in Wisconsin. It's called the AKFST. AK front sight tool, and got a larger one with a much longer arm for gunsmiths who have to just adjust a bazillion AK sights a day. But for normal, just sighting your gun in every once in a while, this should do. But as you can see, this has a much longer arm, so you're going to get a lot more leverage. It's probably a little more than case hardened, so I'm guessing it's not going to bend up a bunch like this. As you can see, it's just a lot more solidly built. There's no question. Even the front sight portion, all of it's pretty sturdy. Once you get the front sight tool on, and it's a little tight with this, you get those little plier arms around the front sight. Just remember, it's clockwise for point of impact up, counterclockwise for point of impact down. Alright, here's the part that makes this particular tool so much more useful, and where I bent the Chinese tool. If you need to move the point of impact to the right, move the front sight to the left. There's a big solid cylinder that you actually have to physically push. And on certain sights, it's so tight that you can't do it, even with penetrating oil and all that's fun. So we've got a lot more leverage, so when we need to move it, the point of impact, we just, and this is tight, but I'm moving it, as you can see. Yeah, I'm not even having a beat on it or nothing, and I'm not even worried about the arm bending at all. So there you go, moving the front sight to the left. As you can see, if you look closely, that front sight is moved way to the left right now. So now we'll just move it to the right. Oh, well, I can't believe how easy that was. I moved that front sight way the heck to the left. And now if I need to move it back, because before I shoot I'm going to center, I'm just doing this to demonstrate. As you can see, I've got a lot of leverage with this tool, and you just crank on it, and I'm not worried about the tool breaking at all. This particular AK is not exactly easy to move the front sight windage on, but I'm moving that with just hand pressure. I thought I was going to have to beat on this lever maybe, but as you can see, it was all the way to the left, and now if I don't hit the camera, you can see that it's back centered. Alright, let's try it on a couple other weapons. How many different guns do you adjust with an AK front sight tool? Well, besides just normal AKs, a lot of East Block weapons have this similar sighting arrangement. SKSs, Dragunov SVDs, PKM machine guns, and even the CZ Bore 58, which is not technically an AK by the engine that works it, but there's a lot of pieces that are similar, including the front sight, obviously, and the way you operate it. So all these you can do. About the only things you can't adjust with this, as far as AK-like weapons, are the Yugoslavian M92 cranks and the AK, I want to say 104s, I'm going to double check, 104 style gas blocks. So pretty much any standard East Block gas block is going to be workable with this, just like it would be workable with this if the dang thing didn't bend up. This front sight is just way too wide. And I've got this grenade launcher sight kind of in the way. Let's see if we can actually do anything with it. Well, it is moving, albeit reluctantly. As you can see, some of the gross windage adjustments do mar the front sight just a little bit. So if for some reason you want your AK to look really pretty, get ready to refinish it after this. But, you know, it's an AK, so don't get all twisted around about it.